Greetings, Game Master Player here, and we are here with another Dungeon Master vlog. And last time we left off, the players were in the guild hall. They were brought back to the well, no, they weren't brought back to the guild hall yet. They were recalled to the guild hall because of the situation that's going on with goblins that and their test. So what happened is that at the last game, the party wasn't all together. I had a couple players that couldn't make it, so I had them be sent back to take a wagon back. I think I did cover this part already, and I actually killed one of the player characters and left it as a mystery for them to figure out with the wagon driver missing. So, and I want to bring that up. I want to make sure I covered it. That's why I'm kind of repeating it again. Is because I'm using it as a part of the story. Now, I need to, again, focus a little bit more on my long-term story. So let's start putting this together. I've got to have a villain that has the ability to create a charred hole into somebody. Okay? That's either magical item or magic itself. And I had some use of illusionary magic. So again, an item or magic itself. So I'm working on the details. I'm working on the details on what I can do for this villain, where this villain's going to go. So I got to have something for the players to lead them along a little bit here and there, and give them some side quests to get powerful enough to face off against a dragon, because it's a dragon. And so I've come up with this villain. I don't know much about this person yet. And so I decided to start fleshing it out a little bit. And I wanted to have this villain is going to be after secrets of the guild. And I don't have a motivation beyond that at this point. And I think I'm going to make the villain a magic user. So, and that would help define what I want to do later. Now, I'm not going to pick a race yet. I'm not going to pick necessarily a specialty or a class. He might be a sorcerer, could be a warlock, could be a wizard. I don't know. Could be a cleric. Didn't quite think about that. So, but I'm going to have a magic user focus, magic user class. And I'm going to I'm keeping it simple. I'm not going to have lots of multi-classing. I'm not going to have a lot of crazy races and stuff like that. I want to keep everything simple. So I've got this villain now, and I'm going to have him going after secrets of the guild. Now, I got to figure out what are the secrets of the guild. So, working off the premise that the guild itself was created to defeat this dragon, and it's generations old, founded by the original heroes of the realm, of the heroes of the area. So, I decided to have a lot of the secrets of the guild deliberately linked to heritage. So basically, your heritage would help. Well, like the character's heritage will help them unlock different, maybe locks, magic. I don't know yet specifically. I'm still working on those details, and then I got to find out. Another thing is that now that I'm playing the heritage card and a legacy card, do I have any of the players involved with it? Because it wasn't discussed with any of them, and I want to kind of keep. If I am going to do it, I might as well keep it random. So that's a whole nother ball of wax now I got to work on too. Story again. This is all ultimately turns into story. We've got a lot of story to work on here. So I've got this heritage and legacy piece going now. Okay, that's good. No problem there. And I've got a dead player character, which is going to use evidence to help provide the story piece, and I got a missing NPC that's also going to provide story piece. So the players are brought back to the guild hall. They are the guild hall is, this game has already happened. The guild hall is worried that because it's an unregistered wizard or spellcaster, that's potentially a previous guild member that's causing all these problems. And it's been called out specifically to the lead wizard, because there's this wizard's tower. You gotta have a wizard's tower. He, of course, teaches all the wizards that potentially learn. So, but basically, the idea is that now the guildmaster and the head wizard are having an issue because the guildmaster is deliberately blaming the wizard for allowing this to happen. etc., etc. Like you're supposed to be more involved with your apprentices' lives. You're supposed to know more about them. Who could do this? Who could have done this? And so, in the meantime, they need to start. If it is a guild member that is destroying and doing all this, then they need to find a way to remedy and fix it. So what they're going to do is they're going to fast track the players into the guild and go through the initiation. They need to, just so the people are distracted, they have new heroes, and they're going to be tasked with taking care of this, so the local militia and constable don't. So they're not part of this process, so they're not involved, just in case, because at this point, if it is a previous guild member, then the trust in the guild is going to be diminished greatly, and it'll ruin the relationship, and it could ruin the land, because a lot of things about the land right now is that the people, they're happy-ish, they're not too, but it's a small community type thing. So, your neighbors, your cousins, they're all from different, from where they're from, or, people are in different areas. They, it's really tight-knit. Excuse me. And so since it's so tight-knit, you got to have if something tragic were to happen, like, Bob's cousin, is a serial killer. Well, that's really bad. And that's going to weigh down on the family, Bob's family kind of a thing, or Bob's community, or where that cousin's from, because, how could they let a serial killer happen? How could they, blame will start going around, because the community really looks out for themselves, or for each other, the community looks out for the community, and that's something that I'm making very prevalent in a lot of my options and choices, or story pieces. So the players now are going to have to be responsible for finding out who this is and stop them. That's now part of their mandate, which was their mandate anyway. So they're going to get fast-tracked through their initiation. So their initiation is something not too complicated. You have to go get a glowing rod out of a room and bring it back to the surface by going through these catacombs. So it, of course, is trapped, and all the skeletons are actually animated automatons. What they do is they are, they go after the rod. It's very basic. They're very not intelligent. It's meant to show potential investigation skills, trap finding, disrupting magic. If there's any, it's basically to give the players an opportunity to shine in many, many ways, and how they handle their teammates and how they work together as a team. If there's a good command structure, everything. It covers all the basic bases on what they're going to need to learn and do for this, for the future. Unfortunately, my players, again, are split up, so I only do a group of 3 out of my 6. So the first group of 3, because the other 3 canceled, and I don't remember why they canceled, but I thought the excuse wasn't good enough. So, what happened is that, so these people, all these people, or these 3 players, went into their initiation, which they had to go retrieve this rod, and they did so, and they went as a team. They didn't leave anybody behind. It was a really wonderful thing. And the second team afterwards went, and they, again, instead of not leaving people behind, they fast-tracked the bard out the door to achieve the goal. So again, two different driven solutions, and that's what we worked on, was 2 different driven solutions. So good for us. But during the first test, there was one of the sarcophagi, one was cracked open, and come to find out that there was an actual stairs down further. So they find out that this catacomb is actually, or this testing area is actually above an actual original guild catacomb. And they're down there, and they find some urns and some things, and they found another area open. And they're looking around, and they find out this room is filled with history and everything else that they don't know about, and some guardians and a small box. And what happens to one of the players, there's a stone that gets thrown in and disturbs the box, and the door closes. So then after that, one of the players picks up the box revenants in there attack the players for disrupting. So, and they're actually not revenants. They're actually undead. So they think they're revenants. I decided to throw that in that they chose to. Well, they did choose to be undead to attack intruders, unless the command word is given. So that was done deliberately. But they've come to learn that only those of original founding guild member descent can actually open this room. And the driver of the wagon happened to be one of those original, or his descendant. Aha! So now they know that this person knows a lot about this guild and is likely to be a potential guild member. So it seals that deal a little bit further. And also the fact that during this process, this whole process, the test when they found the wagon, when the wagon was stopped, it was done with a log, but the log was filled, so it was basically a false trap kind of a thing. So it was, and which is also done as a potential testing thing, and that the players haven't done yet. So this person has intimate knowledge of guild practices and policies and things like that. So it basically locks in the deal that this person is a guild member or an ex-guild member, and that is good. So what I'm going to work on past that now is that, okay, so I've got these players. They now have a bigger overstory piece to work with. They have this guild that they're in now. They're members of the guild, and they cannot be tracked with their new guild pins that they have. So their cloak pins, basically. They can't be tracked anymore, so nobody can try to find them. That's why the previous guild members couldn't be found even after they died, obviously, because there's no way to track them if they have non-detection on. So, which is kind of neat. I added that in. That was because I needed to find a way to. How can I give them a good excuse why they can't find the previous guild members? Because there's non-detection. So, little bit of game mastery magic there. So, but yeah, so I've got them starting on the guild path now. They are going to be more independent. They have the ability to make their own choices to move forward. They just have goals that they have to achieve. That's really all there is now. So, and as I'm working on that, so now I have to create goals for them too. So right now they achieved initiation of the guild, so they level up. So as they're leveling up, I find out that, okay, everybody that makes second level, there's fundamental changes in your class. Let's say you have to go back to your temple, your wizard tower, whatever, to, like, for example, the wizard had to pick school. So, unless you want to just be a generalist, but he had to basically pick a magic school. And so, he needs to go back to the tower to get the materials so he can make his decision, stuff like that. So my party splits up again because my paladin and my druid aren't going to be there for the next game. So I split them up on purpose because then I can work with it a little bit more now. But now I got to start working on this backstory a lot more. I have, and the next vlog I know is going to be almost exclusive backstory building. So now I've got to work on more details about where the players are at, what they're doing, who's involved, and
in 4.1 miles,
I also got to
exit to Indiana 15, Goshen, Warsaw.
Yeah, GPS, I understand. But I gotta start working on details of who the villain is, what the villain could do. Work out more details about the kobolds, the dragon, the goblin situation. The players will be going to the fishing village. I'm still working on that location specifically, including some NPCs that I'm working on for there too. So the next vlog, which will actually be later today probably, is going to cover some of these decisions, choices, and things that I'm going to be making to help guide the story further, to help the players go further, and to work more on this legacy piece. So, because I need to have more specific information about this legacy and more specific information about if the players are or are not, if the players can or cannot be. We have a few players that could be questionable, some that obviously probably are not. So I'm working on that. I gotta work on that. And because now of a history, I have already decided that the present recorded history is not necessarily 100% accurate. So, and that's for a reason. Again, there's reasons for this stuff. So, one of the things I'm working on, again, we'll see. We'll see how my next video goes and some of the things that I've come up with. So, thank you very much. And this is picking my brain as a dungeon master, and I'm going to be moving along with a few other, like I said, big story elements and some statistical things, because I'm also looking at, I got to add some stat stuff in here. Get some meat and potatoes for you guys to really want to dig into. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next video.